Good morning, everybody. This is the look for today's video. Let's get ready together. I actually got ready in time, guys. I am very, very proud. Okay, guys, let's get started with today's Get Ready With Me. Good morning, everybody. Let's get ready for school. Make sure that our makeup looks good in a bigger picture compared to my smaller hand mirrors. So I actually looked into this yesterday just to make sure that there's nothing broken, and I got this at TJ Maxx for $24.99. So I've actually had this for a while. I just was saving it for the longest time just because I didn't want to use it, because I'm gonna be honest, I am quite clumsy. Also, this is just the box, and this is how the mirror comes in, and then there's an extra cable for charging it because it is a touchpad. And by touchpad, it means it opens up like this. And this is designed absolutely super cute. And then the mirror, and it has a little bow impression here, and then it does have some lighting changes. As you can see, it's very bright. There's multiple. I think it's supposed to be the coolest and most easiest tone, but it is way too bright for me, so I don't think I'm going to use that at all. So I've actually already applied my sunscreen, so you guys already know my routine. So I actually already applied those, so those are actually pretty set, so we can start with our base. I actually woke up semi-early. Not really, I'm still kind of late, honestly. I need to start getting ready quickly. So I'm wearing like this super cute pink outfit, so I'm gonna do some pink eyeshadow. I know, who am I? Especially with the last two looks that I've been doing, they're literally brown. So all my makeup has actually been set, so I'm gonna go in to prep my eyes first, and then we are going to prep our skin, going in with the Milani eyeshadow as usual. Now it's time to prep our skin, going with the same e.l.f. primer. You guys already know the routine. So basically, up until I've really finished this, my priming routine is probably going to be the same for a while until I finish this. This may be different though. I am planning, I still have been thinking about it, if I really want the matte primer or if I just want the green primer, or if I just want to repurchase this one. I'm not sure yet. I was thinking also getting into the mini one, so that I also get a mini version of this one, and I think it comes with also a green one, and then it comes with the matte one, so I can try out all three. And then I feel like all three of those can be used, and you know how I prime in different areas, so I'm not sure. Taking my e.l.f. one, and I'm gonna mainly focus this today on my nose because it is pretty hot, and I noticed that my makeup really separates right where my nose is and then on my chin here. Compared to the other areas, it usually sticks right here on its own, but I don't really need to prime there. It's mainly right here, basically the T-zone, where my makeup really has been coming off lately. That's pretty normal because I do have pretty oily skin. So now that our base has already been set, I think I'm going to do my eyeshadow first. I'm going to show you guys a super cute makeup bag. I got this from Miniso. It's super cute, my Melody bag. And I put my stuff, extra stuff, so that my morning get ready with me videos are not as chaotic as they have been for the past, what, 2-3 videos? And then I also have this, my Melody basket that I also got from Miniso. And I put all my stuff that I need to prep to get ready with me, so that I'm not walking around and then there's not so much weird gaps in my videos. There probably is still going to be weird gaps, but at least it'll be minimized to a certain degree. So I have these three palettes. I have the Whimsical palette, the Frost palette, and the Peachy palette. These are all from C Color Cosmetics. As you guys know, I don't know what happened to C Color Cosmetics, but these are the ones that I have, so I really want to use these. I really want to use these today because these are one of my favorite palettes and overall my favorite brands, so they need to come back. So my base has pretty much been set, so I'm going to go in. I don't even know what type of shadow I want to do. All I know is that I want it to be cute and very light and pink. So I think that, oh, and then I also have this Milani Duo Quad in 130 BFF. It's super cute. It's just this like more rosy mauve pink. This comes off more mauve on the eyes. So I think I'm going to go in with this one first just because it's darker. And I'm going to take the Morphe times Emma Roberts AB201. And it's just this really nice fluffy packer brush. I love this one so much, and it's also pretty long as well, so it fits my eye shape. And then it's just going to apply that color without having, and it takes up a lot of space on my lid. Taking a little bit of that. I love these shadows so much. I really want to collect all of them. I remember when I first started getting my groove back into makeup, this is something that I really want to purchase. This is also something that I purchased when I was still in my makeup rut, because this was so simple to just wear. Because you could literally just use it as a duo, and then if you just wanted to lighten it up, you could have just used a cream shade. And if you didn't have a cream shade, you could always just use a powder. I do want to emphasize that, because I have mentioned my little cream shadow trick in multiple videos. But I also failed to mention that you can also use your regular pressed powder. You can even use your loose powder. I remember I tried it once with the loose powder and it looked really, really great. So I'm just really going to pack that on all over the lid. Honestly, very messily. No need for precision because we are about to blend it out anyways. So first I'm going to go in with the Frost palette, and I'm just going to take this light pastel-y baby pink shade and just apply it on top of where we've packed on that shadow, and where it's mainly just to blend out the edges. Keeping this more lower because I am going to go in with another very, very light pink shade to blend not only the main lid shadow but also this light shadow as well. So taking the same brush but using the cleaner side, I'm going to go in with the Peachy palette, and I'm going to use this more lighter pinky pastel milky white pink shade. That was a very great description. As you can see, that is one of my favorite shades in that palette, and I'm really just taking this right here just so that when I look straight ahead, it looks like there's that highlight almost without having to add an actual. Now I love this trick. It looks so pretty in person, because I was always so curious on how to get a super light shadow just right here so that it adds some dimension, and I never knew how to do it. So basically you just add it right here, and the trick is to just look straight ahead into your mirror and then just apply it right there. So taking just the excess of it, I'm just going to go around and blend the outer edges of the previous shadow. So now I do want to apply some glitter, so I'm going to go in first with a base shimmer shade. Or actually, before I go in with the base shimmer shade, I think I do want to add some dimension towards the outer corner. So I'm going to go in with the AOA Studio E128. This is the pink version of the brush roll that they already sell. Highly recommend these. I love these so much, especially for beginners. So I'm taking back into the Frost palette, and I'm going to take this more pinkish, like salmon-y shade. It's super, super pretty. It's a very unique color too. I don't really see this much in many palettes. And I'm just taking it lightly towards the outer corner and slowly winging it out. I'm just going back in and blending around the edges. Once again, just to make sure that everything is nice and blended. Because one thing about me, I really, really hate unblended edges. So I always try my best to blend it out. Now going into the Milani eyeshadow duo, I'm taking the Morphe X Abby Roberts AB314, and it's just a flat eyeshadow brush. And then just taking the shimmer shadow that comes with this duo, and I'm mainly focusing the shade in the center where I'm going to apply the glitter. Speaking about glitter, so I actually have these two palettes, the Car Beauty Spark So Much Shadow or a glitter palette, and the Peri Pera Glitter Duo in 03. So in this one, I was thinking of using this beautiful, beautiful baby pink shade with blue, yellow, greenish reflexes. It is a more chunky glitter, and I kind of wanted to do that today. Or I was thinking the Car Beauty palette and then going in with this pinky shade. Very loosely, the way I've been doing it for the past couple days. Because my shirt is actually more of a baby pink shade. I have this My Melody mirror, and it looks kind of like the shade. I was actually supposed to use this for my eyeshadow, and then I forgot. So I think I'm going to use this one right now for my glitter shade. So it's actually a mirror and a brow comb. So it comes with a cute little brow comb. I bought this for when I had bangs. I need to redo my bangs now that I'm talking about it. I've been meaning to, I just haven't had time. So I think I'm actually going to go in with the Peri Pera one. I absolutely adore these glitter duos. They're so, so pretty. So it comes with a shimmer, and it's not even like it's like a jelly shimmer. It's a very, very nice texture. It's very unique as well. So I'm going to go in with the Peri Pera. I'm going to just slightly dab it. See, with these, one light dab and we get so much product. And these are more chunkier glitters. So just very carefully applying it. These stick really well, but you can still move them. But because they are chunky, you do want to be careful exactly where you place it. Because if you get it on your lashes and you start blinking, you can get it really easily stuck into your eye, and that is very dangerous. So now I'm going to go in and do my liner. So I'm taking the Moda Pro BMX 498 liner brush. It is super, super thin. I love this one for very precise liner. And I'm just going to go in with the Frost palette and just taking this really dark and deep brown shade. It looks a lot darker than the pan than what it actually is. But I love that so much because it's not super overwhelming. Now because we're doing our eyeshadow first, we can honestly be pretty messy, and then we can just clean it up later. Okay, so I applied the liner pretty messily, but because we have not done our base, it's okay. So now I'm going to start doing my base. My primer should be all set now. I'm going to go in first with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer and just do 2 little dots. I forgot to color correct again. Love that. At this point, I don't think you guys will ever see me color correct this entire week. It's totally okay though. So I'm just gonna let that set. So I really want to use this up again. I love this one so much, and I feel like this is really great for the summer heat. This is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen, and I have this in the shade 30 PCH. I love the packaging of this so much. It's such a beautiful like lilac, and then the color of the logo for Tower 28 is so pretty. So I'm going to take the Suiva Face Paint Vegan Brush 109 in the Rose Golden collection. Now, I love this one. If you watch K-Beauty a lot, like I do, these are really popular brushes. They're like paint brushes. This isn't exactly like the way the K-Beauty YouTubers use. Theirs is more flat. This one has some fluffiness to it, but it is kind of dense. So I really want to use this today. So I'm going to apply it more towards the side of the brush instead of the top of the bristles, just to see how, if we can get the same effect as the K-Beauty YouTubers with their flat brushes. Let's test it out. I just realized I was just supposed to apply it on my forehead. I was going to let the concealer dry first, and I was just going to do my forehead so that I can do my brows. Okay, so what I noticed, I actually really like this brush because it's really easy to get into the corners right here. And I feel like this is where I always miss applying foundation, right there. And then it's easy to clean up like right here, where there's always this like awkward spacing, or at least for me, because when I would do my eyeshadow first, there wouldn't be any foundation here. Or there would be, but it would have the smallest gap. But I feel like if you're like sitting next to someone in a lecture, they could really see it, and I always was self-conscious about that when it came to my makeup. So I always tried to avoid that. So now that we've applied a light layer of that, I'm going to go in with my Sephora Best Skin Foundation, if I can find it. How did I already lose it? Oh my goodness. How did I already lose it? Did y'all see it? Do you know where it went? Okay, so complete change of plans. I don't know where I placed my Sephora Best Skin Foundation, and I don't have my other foundation either, because I only have 2 foundations in my collection. I have that one, and then I have a NARS one. I don't even know where I placed the NARS one either. But that's okay. So I'm going to just take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, basically the one that I use for my concealer. And because this is really, really nice coverage, I'm going to apply it here. This is honestly what I would use sometimes as a foundation when I just didn't want to apply makeup. This would play as my foundation, which is why I probably have made a lot of progress in this, because I would use it as a foundation, also as concealer as well. So I'm just going to let that sit a little bit, and while we're waiting, I'm going to do my brows. So just taking the same liner brush that I use, going in with the Muse powder, going in with the light one first. And then starting off on the bottom and towards the end first. Now I'm going to be mixing both the light and the dark just to create that effect. Then taking whatever is left over, I'm going to now fill the front very lightly, just because I want this makeup to just be super light, super natural, but still cover what I need it to cover. So I feel like this brow came out slightly too dark, but we're going to fix that right now with my spoolie. And then I'm going to try again my brow freeze. So yesterday I tried it and it worked pretty well, but then once again, it is really, really hot here. And then because I haven't set the face yet, taking whatever is left on the foundation brush, I'm just going to lightly pat just the front of the brows, just to make sure that they are the lightest part of my brow. Because sometimes I can go overboard towards the front, and then it just looks off. So now going in with my spoolie from Poppy Ivy, and I'm just going to blend the brow powder before I set it. So it did take away some of the darker part of the brow a little bit, which is what I wanted. So now I'm going to set them, and I'm just going to go in with, again, my e.l.f. brow lift, the clear one, and mainly focusing the brow lift towards the front of the brow, because I feel like that is where my brows can look really off, towards the front really. So I'm just gonna apply some and let it sit there for a second before I go in and style it to the way that I want it. So just my luck, my brow spoolie came apart. So I'm just going to take the little spoolie, holding it onto whatever I can, and just going in and doing my brows. This poor spoolie brush. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I can fix it. Maybe I can apply some hot glue or something. So now that our concealer has been pretty much been there for a while, I'm just going to take the foundation brush and use the more denser side, and then just press it all in. Now that I've blended my concealer and my foundation, I think I have a couple of blushes here. So I have only one liquid blush, and then I have multiple powder blushes. So I think because it is summer, I am going to go in with a liquid blush. So this is the Profusion Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Rosé. I love this one so much. I don't like the applicator as much, just because it is kind of unhygienic, but it is what it is. I love the applicator that they put in their Jurassic Park collection. But yeah, so I kind of want to do that cute little blush, but I think I'm just gonna apply it right here really. So I'm just gonna apply some blush right here. I kind of want to do the suntan look, but let's see how this looks once it's blended out. So I'm gonna put most color here, and then 2 little dabs towards the outer corner, very lightly. While I curl my lashes, I'm gonna let the blush set in. Just going in with my Air Volume mascara, running that over. So now for the waterline, I want to use this Essence nude eyeliner. I'm just going to lightly just put some on, because my eyes are really watery, so this will be off in like 30 minutes. I love the definition that a nude eyeliner will do to your eyes, but they just don't last on me. I have really trouble finding some. So I couldn't really fix the liner with my foundation brush, so I'm just going to go in with this, and then once I'm done with this, I'm going to sharpen it and disinfect it just to make sure that there's nothing cross-contaminating. Then I'm going to go in with this Japanese 346 brush. It's just this smudgy brush, and I'm just going, this is supposed to be for my under eye, but I'm first going to smudge this and clean up the liner, and then also dragging it down just to make sure that it blends in with the foundation. Now that cleaned up my liner a lot better, but it did take off just a little bit more than I wanted to right here. Just applying the tiniest bit and resharpening it, and then just going in once again, making sure that it's blended and cleaned up. See the difference a clean liner can make? It just looks so good. It looks really great in my Hello Kitty mirror. So now that I've let the blush set in for quite a bit, I'm going to take the denser part of the foundation brush and then just blending it in, really focusing the main portion of the color right here where I put it. I kind of want to drag in the blush a little bit just to make the more suntan look, but I actually really like how this is coming out. I think this blush placement matches the eyeshadow really well. I love this color so much. This is one of my favorite ones. It's really natural, but then you can also build it up to become quite pigment if you wanted it to. So it's very versatile blush, and this is also one of my favorite brands as well. Yeah, my first video is on Profusion Cosmetics. I think it's like almost a full face. That's so much fun. Okay, so now I'm going to take, or actually, I was going to take my Temu Heart brush, or my Heart Powder Puff, but I think I'm actually going to set my face with my bronzer brush and then go in with bronzer. Now this is something that I always used to do. I would just take my whatever bronzer brush. So I'm going to go in with the Rimmel 001 transparent powder. Just lightly dab it, making sure that there's the most minimal product on the surface layer. And then just applying it very lightly, but in a packing motion. Now, I always used to do this trick before I had those powder puffs. I would literally just take the brush, whatever I'm going to use, because brushes are very versatile. And sometimes, honestly, when I was still in my makeup route, I would literally just use one blush. I would literally just use one brush for everything. So I would use this brush, I would use it for powder, then I would go in with the bronzer, then I'd go in with my blush. So I'm thinking I'm actually doing a video on that. So I think I'm actually might do a video. So now I'm just going to go in with the Fit Me 20 Light Medium, the loose powder. As I was saying, I was thinking of doing a video and then just saying the importance of that. You don't really need many brushes. You can literally just use one face brush for everything almost. Because sometimes that's all you need. You just need one main brush and a sponge, and you can do your makeup really well. So I gotta work on that because I think there's a lot of key points, and then I also want to show you different brushes and the different outcomes, because I've done a full face with different types of brushes like this. So I think I did my foundation once with a super thick powder brush, just because I had no brushes at the time, and also I just didn't care enough to even wash my brushes, so I used what was cleaned. So now that my face is set, I'm going to go in with my Essence bronzer using the same bronzing brush. I'm going to do that vertical contour again, so I'm just going to apply the product right here. I absolutely love this trick. So yesterday was the first time that I tried it with you guys on camera. It's so nice. It looks really great in the sun. Right now it's actually kind of cloudy. I don't know what's up with this weather, but it's still really hot. But yesterday in the sun, it looked good and it looked natural. It didn't look off because of the color tone. It just looked really great, and then my face just looked so much more contoured. Okay, so now that I've done my vertical contour with my Essence bronzing, I'm now going to go in with my blushes. So for today, I actually have multiple blushes. I have the Stila Soul Searching, I have the City Color Trio palette, I have the Benefit Dandelion blush. So for the first blush, I'm going to go in with the Stila Soul Searching, and it's just this really pretty baby pink shade. This is a TG Maxx 9422. I love this one. This was a daily blush of mine for a while. So I'm just going to apply it right here where I applied most of the color. This blush is pretty pigmented and it does fit my skin pretty well. It looks a lot lighter in the pan than it actually is on the skin. So don't be super underwhelmed or intimidated that it's such a light in the shade. that's such a light color in the pan, because it's really not. I'm just taking whatever is left and just making sure that it's blending it out, just because it is slightly darker than it is in the pan. So now I'm going to go in with the Benefit Dandelion blush. Same side that we applied the first blush. Just seeing a little bit. This one does have the slightest bit of shimmer, but it looks really good. It's not too much of a shimmer that you can really see it. It has just the slightest sheen and it looks really natural. And lastly, going with the City Color Trio blush, I'm going to take this mauve shade. Now I am going to take the lightest bit just because it looks really underwhelming in the pan, but it is actually very pigmented. You do not need a lot of this. You need the tiniest bit. And I'm going to use that towards the outer edge, holding my brush all the way towards the end, just because I've had problems with this blush, applying way too much of it, and then it's just, especially because I'm running late, I do not have a lot of time to clean it up, especially because I've already also set my base as well. I don't like going in with the set base and then going in with like a cream product, like a concealer, to fix it. So straight ahead you see that dimension, and in person, on camera I don't know if it's picking it up, but it looks really great in person. So now I'm going to do my under eye, and I'm just going to go in with the same Japanese blush, and then going back in with our eyeshadow palettes that we use. I'm going to go first in with the Frost palette, and then just taking in that baby pink shade, and I'm going to start towards the middle and then bringing it to the front, because I think I am going to apply a highlight right there. Now I'm just pressing in this because my problem area is my under eye. My eyeshadow tends to disappear there no matter what I use. I've been struggling this for so many years, and I still have not found out how to prevent it. Now this really blinked out the darkness that I have on my eye fat, because I do have some darkness right there. So doing the lighter shade first will help blank it out, and then going in and contouring it works really well. So I'm going to go in with the peachy palette, and I'm going to take this peach shade. Now because my under eye is a lot darker, the shades that I use have to be semi-dark. I can't always use the same ones that I applied on the top part of my eye. See how this peachy shade looks like the shade that we use on top, but it's not? That's also what I mean. I'm going to take my liner brush, and I'm going to go in very lightly, literally just a little dab into the darker brown shade, and I'm going to just line it the tiniest bit, just to create some contrast, and it doesn't look just a pale shade on the lower lash. See how much that just lightened it up, but not enough that it's just a pale shade on the under eye. You can see that clear definition. Now that's what I mean when I love detailing in makeup. This is one of those parts that is a detail. So I'm going to go in with another layer of the Essence liner just right there, just because it's already disappeared in a matter of minutes. Now I am going to go in with my Sky High mascara today, and I'm going to do my bottom lashes. I'm going to try and be really precise just to get pretty bottom lashes. So now we're gonna go on to our lips. I have these 4 products. I have this Revolution Renaissance lipstick in Lifelong. I have the C Color glossy lipstick in 08. I have this really old lip tint from TJ Maxx. I have this Milani lipstick in 17 Plum Rose. So for sure I want to use these two. I think I'm gonna line my lips with whatever is left on the eyeliner brush. Oh, there's nothing really left on there. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Frost palette and then just going in with that plummy salmony shade, and I'm going to use that as a lip liner. Just because my lips have some color to it, and they just can never be one shade. So I figured, why not use an eyeshadow for this? So just taking that eyeshadow and then just creating a light lip liner just to cancel out the darker lip color. I think for my base shade, I'm going to go in with the Milani Plum Rose. I'm going to take it. I'm going to use more the outer edge of the lipstick and just going in very lightly towards the outer edges. Now I'm going to take my TJ Maxx lip tint one and just focusing that more towards the middle and using that as my darkest shade. I'm going to take the C Color lip gloss in 08 and then doing that all towards the outer. And I'm only going to take that on the bottom just because I do have a bit more of a darker tint here and it doesn't mesh well with the rest of my lip. So because we applied that kind of messily, I am going to go in and clean it up. And because I use that Essence Nude as a way to clean up my liner, I'm going to also use it to clean up my lips. And just going in and blending it in. And slowly dragging it down just so that it doesn't move so much powder, because then you get that weird powder stuck. Lastly, I'm going to highlight my high points, and I'm going to first go in with my e.l.f. highlighter and I'm going to do my inner corner. Oh, this is also the e.l.f. concealing brush. It's super tiny. I absolutely love this brush for precise inner corner. Now I'm going to do the highest point of my nose, blending it out with my finger, and then also taking it just on the tip of the nose, also blending it out, making sure that everything is blended. This is the completed makeup look, guys, so I'm going to go off camera, put on my outfit, do my hair, put on my glasses and everything, and I will be right back. If I don't make it in time, it's because I already left, and I'll take photos and videos at school. Thank you guys so much for watching this portion of this video, and I will see you guys when I come back. Bye! I'm back, everybody. So this is the final makeup look, and then I applied my outfit. I'll show you guys a better clip of my outfit once I'm at school. So for my body set out combo of the day, I am going in with the Equate Baby Oil in just the pink version. Just smells like regular version. And then I'm going in with the Versace Bright Crystal. Before I go in with that perfume, I'm going to take the Versace Bright Crystal lotion. It's just the matching one. And then I'm going to take this little mini baby one for school. I got this in a gift set. I don't even know. For jewelry, I have these really cute, what are these called? Balloons? The air balloon earrings. And then this side has a moon, and then it has like a little star here. I actually got these from Shein like 2-3 years ago. So I was actually going for jewelry, I was actually going to wear these cute Hello Kitty earrings that I got from Hot Topic. But I just didn't, I don't know. I feel like it just didn't match the vibe of the outfit. So I went in with these ones from Shein instead. So yeah, this is the outfit, body scent combo of the day. And I will see you guys at school for a better look at my outfit, better look at makeup and different lighting. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for getting ready with me, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!